All right, this is a video. If you are a sales person, particularly a sales setter, and you've ever felt lost, you've ever felt frustrated. I remember one time I was maybe a year and a half, 2 years into my career. I wasn't making the kind of money I wanted to make. I was frustrated. It was the last day of the month. There was a lot of pressure to hit target. I was basically eons below target. Essentially, I had made almost no money for the month. There was a business owner that I was talking to that said, "Hey, yeah, today I'm going to send you the contract." At 3 or 4 p.m., he said, "Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe reach out in a couple of days and link back up." If you've ever been in your cubicle, been looking to the sky and just saying, "I hate this. I'm so frustrated. I want to punch a wall." I literally remember going to the bathroom and just almost punching something. And, you know, if you're a setter and you've ever been on the brink of tears almost, you're just like, why am I doing this? I feel like quitting. You start looking for all the reasons, all the things around you. Maybe you look towards other people that quit. Maybe there was 4 people in a row that quit. This will happen, okay? If you're early in your career and you're watching this, you have to understand that these moments will happen. Don't think you're going to find some job somewhere or you're going to go through your career and you're not going to go through these moments. That's not the deal. The deal, if you want to make good money, I'm talking like 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a month. The people that do that went through those periods of pain, went through the emotions, went through the bullshit, and they endured. And because they stuck it out, there's unbelievable things on the other side. And I promise you, and I remember probably roughly every maybe 4 to 8 months. The periods would vary, but roughly every 4 to 8 months, I would be like, I should just quit. I should just quit. And what happened was the first time I was like, maybe I should just quit. I was making basically just enough money to pay for rent, food. After 10 months, and I had made an investment in myself. When I had no money, I spent money anyway to basically up my game, up my level of thinking, up my level of clarity. And I went from making just a couple of grand a month to 10 grand a month. And I was like, okay, I see some light. I see some light. Then I got stuck there. COVID hit, go through the same thing. Like, oh, I'm stuck here. I'm making like 5 to 8 grand a month. When is it going to change? Should I leave? I promise you, if you stick it out for long enough, the people that are watching this that are thinking maybe if I go somewhere else, like you have problems, you're like, oh, the company, the managers, like they just don't get it. Like they keep ignoring this request, or maybe I'm not getting any leads, or my calendar, or you're having these critical thoughts. Understand that if you go somewhere else, it's going to be the same, or in some cases, even worse. Like, you really want to evaluate for those people that are in a company that you sell a product that is unethical or that is no good and you don't believe in, right? You want to look like, okay, am I doing everything I can? Is it actually a product that serves people and that I just need to get resold? I need to revisit. I need to buy the product myself, maybe. I need to go over the product. I need to look at the testimonials from all the people whose lives have changed because of my product. And it's on me, the setter, it's on me, the salesperson, for not getting myself sold. Or am I selling snake oil? If you're selling snake oil and it's just bad or it's unethical, or maybe you have a manager that's just constantly invalidating you, making you feel like you barely want to get out of bed, like literally like just insulting you, screaming at you, okay, maybe it's time to get out. But if you're thinking it's time to get out and you haven't done the deep dive to really look, am I doing everything that I can? Am I studying. I see this with setters. They're like, oh, the opportunity isn't here. Bro, you suck on the phone. You sound like garbage. You sound like scripted. You sound like a salesperson. Oh, like, I don't know if it's the right thing to hack it here because the leads, it's like, you're going to go to another company. You're also going to sound terrible on the phone. I've done this with setters that feel like they're on the brink. They're emotional. They're like, oh man, I can't. It's like, okay, what did you do on Saturday night? Oh, I went out. Well, are you really doing everything you can? Um, when I was making no money and starting my sales career for roughly the first 6 months, I went to the extreme. I didn't go on a single date. I literally just went, I worked out in the morning. I went to the office for about 6:30, 7 a.m. latest. And then I would basically stay there till 8 or 9 p.m. And then I'd go home, study some more, and go to bed. Like that was my life. And then I toned it down a little bit, but still for the next 12 to 18 months after that, it was pretty much the same. I wasn't really listening to music. I was always dialed in to training content, to making myself better. I was studying. I was doing whatever it took. If you're going out, hang with friends, like I could have studied my script tonight. Like I was talking with this setter about a year ago, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I just can't. I know, maybe I could sound better." It's like, okay, what did you do last night? Oh, well, I don't know. I kind of hung out. It's like, okay, are you on the computer? Are you studying your scripts? Are you listening to your recordings? And he said, oh, well, I usually leave my laptop at the office, and he goes home at 7 p.m. Well, what are you doing for the next 3 to 4 hours, right? Or are you doing everything that you can? Are you listening to your scripts? Are you making sure that you sound good? I've seen people, they're like hacking it, grinding for 8 months, just sounding like garbage on the phone, and they won't take the time. I used to literally go into the office on a Saturday morning as early as like 6, 7 a.m. even, and I would work out a part of the script and I would write it, study it, listen to it. Meaning, I would record myself and I would listen back and I would honestly, I like give an honest assessment. If I was a business owner receiving a call from me, like put yourself in the business owner's shoes. You want to know if you're doing the right thing. Like a lot of setters, they're like, oh, I gotta go ask my manager to see how I'm doing. You know, just put yourself in the buyer's shoes, listen back to it, and just ask yourself, is this good or is it shit? Period. You can tell. Just be them. Put yourself in your shoes. Do I sound like shit, someone that I would hang up on, or do I sound like a pro? And I would literally not leave the office until it sounded like I would tweak it. Be like, okay, this sucks. It's 4 out of 10. Tweak it. Okay, that sounds a bit better. 6, but it's too long and yeah, that sounds scripty. Okay, tweak it again. Re-record it. Rewrite it. Listen to it. Now, I sometimes stayed. There was a night where I was there on a Saturday till like 3 in the morning. I'm not saying that you should get sleep, but it's very crucial, very very important to keep your emotional sanity. Get sleep. But the point is that it was a weekend. I'm like, I'm not leaving until this is perfect. And I would come in the office, and I was a new guy, and I listened to the top setter. I literally wrote down exactly what he said. You don't have to make up new shit if someone has already created it for you. If there is a top setter in your company that's already laid it out, written based on a year or two of them experimenting, finding the very best thing, they wrote it out for you. Don't start from scratch. Just go to what they wrote out and then practice it to make yourself sound great. Don't leave. Don't make any other plans. You might have to sacrifice. You might have to tell the wife, hey, listen, I need to sound great. I literally did whatever it took. I would sit there for 5 hours. For me, when I eat a meal, it kind of interrupts my flow. Maybe there were times where I didn't eat for like 5 hours straight because I was in the flow. I was getting it down. Whatever it took to come into the office on Monday, I'd been studying a guy who had made like $700,000 a year. Okay, his name is Steve. I was studying. What was he saying? Script it out because the script didn't exist. He didn't write it out for me, so I wrote it out for myself. If it exists, follow it. If it doesn't, write it out. I would study exactly what he said, the way he sounded. I would study it to such detail that I actually developed the accent. The guy was from Indiana, and I started developing an accent a little bit. Um, I came in Monday morning, and people would turn their heads and be like, "Whoa, new guy sounds fucking good on the phone. He sounds slick." Do whatever it takes. Sound amazing. If you hate your job, oh my God, the amount of times that I've thought this. Oh, I hate this. I hate that you're on Instagram, like seeing some solopreneur in a Lambo. You're like, oh man, I just want to like leave and like just do my passion and like whatever. Sales is a great career. You got into it for a certain reason. You have to understand that if you don't make it a mission to master it, it's not going to be fun. It's not fun in any case. But if the journey of trying to master something to the point where you get so good, where you take someone who is an absolute no on the phone and bring them to a yes, you're like, that feels so good. And then getting the deals and then being in that space. And I've seen setters that literally were following almost every point of the advice, the things that I went over in this video, and they were killing it. They were the top setter. And then they started to let go of some of those things. And then they quit. Like, and they're with the company for like 7 months. And they're like, oh, there's no opportunity here. I get in a rut. I've done this to myself where I'm like, oh, there's no opportunity here. You're just in a bit of a rut. The people that are making 50, 60 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand a month, the top dogs, wade out through those shitty times. If you go somewhere else, you're just going to have to, like, your career is like a tree that you're planting. You're planting the seeds, you're tilling the soil, you're working it up. You go somewhere else, you have to plant it all over again. And I promise you, what you're going to experience is the effect of the bamboo tree. If you guys have ever looked up or heard that phenomenon, the bamboo tree, you plant it, it builds roots for like, don't quote me on this, but it's like 20 months or something like that. And then within one day, it shoots up like 40 feet. You're going to experience the bamboo effect. You just have to be willing to toil the soil without seeing the crops. And you keep toiling it, you keep toiling it. But don't do it half ass. Don't listen back to your call and you're like, it's like a 7 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to go to bed tonight, and then repeat that process. Toil the soil properly. Go all out. Make it a mission to master it. You know, I get setters that come to me and they ask for advice. They're like, oh, how do I follow up this person? I tell them exactly, it's all laid out. If you're at a really good company, you'll have people that want to actually teach you, that write SOPs, that write out the things that work. Okay. It's all laid out for them. And then I look at their follow up and they're not doing it. You know, it's like, are you a helpable person? Can you be helped? So again, to recap, understand that it's normal. You're feeling upset. You're feeling down. Okay. Um, Make sure as well that if you have people in your life that are naysayers or haters or like, or even people that are close to you, right? Family, friends, like, oh, you know, I wouldn't do that, or sales is so hard, or money isn't everything. Those things will push pressure on you. It will make you feel like shit. It will make you depressed. If you have people that are, hey man, let's go get, you know, drunk at night. Let's go. Work isn't everything, you know, money isn't everything. You don't need all of that. Like, just get rid of those people. Um, One of my favorite quotes in music is from Drake, actually. He says, I've been losing friends and finding peace. What he meant by that is the people that bring you down, even insidiously, meaning you don't even realize it. When you get rid of them, all that's left is, I'm just going to shoot for my goal. I did this. I literally, if you can, leave your home, leave your city, leave the place where it's comfortable and you got all the friends and you got all the things. Move. Go find a group of winners, find a group of people that are saying, hey, like, discipline, hard work. Like these are good things. Go for your goals. Get around a group of winners, and you might have to make some sacrifice to do that. Okay, so that's number one. Know that if you go to another place, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to bring yourself. The common denominator is you. Okay, bamboo tree effect. Plant the seeds. The top people are willing to wait it out. Go through the bullshit. Go through a dry spell. I promise you, like things are going bad. It's the manager, and maybe it is. It's never ideal. No company is ideal. There's always going to be like 26 things that are not ideal. We asked the manager to, get us a better CRM, fix this, and this is stupid, and like the customer onboarding team, blah 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 blah, like all these different things. Get resold. Focus on the things you can control. Make it a daily discipline to master the art. Like not just get good at it, not get great at it, become a master, a top 1%, and then just go all in. And I promise you, you're gonna find yourself coming out of that. Other people will quit, right? Good, more opportunity for you. I'm not saying good as in like, you want to be a team player, you want to raise other people up. That's why I'm making this video because I see people. I'm like, dude, you could have just hacked it out for a little bit more, come out of it, committed more, and you would have been making crazy money. Now you're going somewhere else. You're starting that whole process. You're planting the tree. Now you got to grow the tree from scratch. Stupid, stupid. So be smart, commit. I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, reach out and be great.